We can, you know?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, we could just talk. So how's it going? How's AI practice?
Well, the practice is so exciting and it's so enticing also
Mm-hmm.
because I can see I'm doing new things now that I have not been able to do or think of that it's possible for me. For
Mm-hmm.
example, to create those videos, like to create videos with cartoon
Yeah.
characters.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it now. But like I really want to know how to specific to do it specific, like to have a face that people that like your own when they see the face, they know that this is Muna.
Oh, okay, to make
But
it
in
look
the but
realistic.
yes, but in the cartoon form. But the one
Oh,
I'm creating presently, I cannot give I don't know how to give that command for me to have like a black person. So most of the video I'm creating is most of white guys that are doing that. I change the names. I use our local names for like
right.
the
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So when he tried to make it, so that's one of the things about AI that's I guess learning that they train. There's a bias. It's something called bias when they train it based on certain demographic, and
mm,
it's obvious with people that have the application, the owners. They're not black people, so we already know like sometimes
mhm,
there's bias towards that, how much attention is put to that. So that's just the knowledge that we just learned. But you're right, that happened to me too when I was doing it. But then over time, they're training it now for it to train under more colors and everything and ethnicity. But there is a way you can also just make it like you said, to make it look just like you. So there are other creators that I watched on YouTube. So I'll share the links to theirs where they
okay.
show tutorials. Yeah. But they train the models, but yeah, you're right. Like for the most part, when you put just instructions to create a man or anything, by default, it most likely it does not create what you're thinking. You have to be very descriptive. That one I'm not that great
Mm.
at, but I do know there are some creators and there's possible ways to do it. What application were you using when you were doing that?
Okay. Okay. The one you sent, I tried the one you sent in the group with the
Oh,
Google
okay.
documents. I
Mhm.
tried this one, which is the I tried Google's AI Studio. I tried it. It gives me that same thing I
Oh,
told you
okay.
about.
Same.
That is it. It just customized. It brings the customized version. So I believe the reason is that I because you spoke about it yesterday, saying the way we enter information, there is a certain way that
Yeah.
you give the AI certain information.
Prompts. Yeah.
If it did not understand you or you are not very clear on what you want to say, it will just bring a default so that
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's
as
why.
time goes
Yeah.
on, as along the way you are entering the information, it's going to give you what you are going to learn.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I have a question. Your volume is low. I don't know if it's because my computer or your volume also. If you can speak louder, are you able to speak louder?
This one I use.
Hmm? Like I hear you. It's just
Okay,
I know
my
yeah, you're
volume
not
is
too loud.
low. Can you hear me now?
No, now it's the connection was better before. It'd be better before,
Can you hear me now?
but now I didn't hear you, but now the connection not that good.
Okay, let me use the earphone.
Okay.
Yeah, let me use the Bluetooth earphone so
Okay.
that I can.
All right. But yeah, so there is ways you can do it, and they have
Okay,
other
okay, I've connected my
applications.
computer. Okay, I've disconnected my computer. I've used my computer with internet.
Okay.
So I use AI. I'm trying to use this
Okay, Leonardo.
Leonardo
Okay.
also. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I
Yes.
think we'll just have to research and see maybe what best applications to use. I'm assuming for free. Because for me, I'm not that great with the pictures. I just use what I have, like make the best of them. But there's some people that like they have more experience that they'll share for the image creation, you know? For me, I'm more
Mm,
documentation, but I do use image creation, but not for, like you see, I do the cartoon, so not for the point of making it look so real. But yeah, we can search. Like Perplexity is a great way to search if you want to ask questions
mm-hmm.
for like that. At least helpful, but also maybe to search for people who teach tutorials on YouTube. You know?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
I
I'm
think that would
thinking
be a
of it.
great way to search to find it. But it's possible though. But I guess you need to look for free options, right? Let me see.
Yes, I'm going to go on YouTube to learn this tool first. From there, I will give whatever feedback I get. This Perplexity and Leonardo. I see that they have many tutorial on YouTube, so that I'll try them out. Because when I open this Perplexity, it opens like a an app wherein
Yeah.
you
Mm-hmm.
manipulate
They have an app.
information. Yeah, I see it. I
It's
saw it
different on your
yesterday.
phone than on your laptop.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm going to learn about its interface because I believe if I understand the interface more, I can navigate
Oh, okay,
most
like
of
how
these.
to use the actual application.
Yes,
Oh, okay,
yes.
so maybe we can find a way to organize our sessions, you know, where the other person, let me check real quick after I say this. I'm gonna check and see where the other person is because it's supposed to be somebody else's
Okay.
intake. But I like that we're talking. But I'm thinking maybe we can do it so we're like, okay, I can teach like the interface, like it's some classes just teach that, you know? Like
Mm-hmm,
focus
mm-hmm.
on one application and just basically a tutorial on how to use it, what it is, you know?
Exactly. Yes,
Yeah, I think
yes.
that would
Because
be
that
actually
would
very
be
good.
yes, that would be helpful.
Like
Because yesterday
instruction guide. Hmm?
I can see yesterday you can customize what specific information you want before you come and do the inputs.
Yeah,
So if we know all that interface, how to do it, it will be more easy for us.
more useful. Yeah, I
Mhm.
definitely agree with you. Yeah, so okay, so we'll definitely do that because I was thinking earlier, I was like, I wonder how we can do it to organize. So then, even if it's okay, so I can do that, and then, but
Mm.
I was thinking, especially for the free session, that one I want it to be it's like the community. Like when we were talking, Marie was suggesting in the group like to create the vision. Like
Yes,
for
yes.
me, I guess my main focus is at the AI advisory that I'm doing. But I'm very
Mm.
grateful and I'm glad that you created the group because now I know this is something that I needed to do to have a community. You know, a place like
Okay, let me type it. Let me type it. Let me type it. I'm going to include it.
huh?
I want to type what you just said. That
Oh,
vision you said.
okay,
Later.
don't worry. I'm recording this too, so I'll send a meeting note. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay, no
And
problem.
this is recorded too, so I'll share it with you. You can write it if you want.
Okay.
So, what do you want me to say again? That this is my focus is that this is AI advisory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so for me, that's the main
Yes.
focus because to teach AI literacy
Mm-hmm.
and prompt engineering, just to teach AI. But so the WhatsApp group that you created, to me, that's really good. I know
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want you to use the group for something that you can use to back in Sierra Leone. You know, like a group for Sierra Leone. So I like how
Mm-hmm.
you put
Mm-hmm.
there, like it's the AI lessons information group. And I
Okay.
like how you
Okay.
said the purpose of the group is to make the communication easier for learners and teachers because that's very focused. That's what we're doing. We're all learning and teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
about politics. It's not about socially right. We're all learning AI
Mm,
together.
mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that I think is really good. For me, I already have like other things. Like I said, like the AI advisory, it's something I have plans for it. So this is something that I know how to get done. So the fact that you took initiative to create it, like thank you, and I think it'll be really good for the
Okay.
like the people that you want to like connect with, you know. But
Mm,
we all have our own plans as far as like things like the goals that we want to do. So like this group, I don't want it to be like, oh, this is the main focus for everybody. No, this is where we connect to learn together. You know, that we can now take
okay.
to our own work. But it's really good. I'm really glad because now there's some other people that I've taught and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to add them here. There are other
Okay.
platforms that I am looking at already for like a community, but I want to see if it's
Mm-hmm.
a platform that you're able to use in Sierra Leone also because
Okay.
it's free.
Okay.
Because that one is one where
Okay.
it's a little
Okay.
different than WhatsApp. I like the WhatsApp one because that's like a quick one to add people. The other one, it's like I
Mm,
think. Anyways, I would just say this is really good. So thank you. It makes it easier instead of messaging everybody differently.
okay. Okay.
Yes.
No
The other
problem.
one is called Discord. I don't know if you're able to use Discord in Sierra Leone. If you can check that.
Yeah, let me check it.
Yeah,
Is it an app?
it's an app, but it's also online.
Okay.
Discord. So this would be later. This is not like right now, you know. But just
Okay.
to see
Okay.
if
No
it's
problem.
in Sierra Leone, because they have in Discord. I like it because they have You'll see. Like I'll show what it is to explain. It's a Discord.
Okay.
But yeah, so it seems like so for you, I guess. Let me see. Okay, now let me try to see who this other person is that's not showing up. Mame, that's who. If they're not showing up, then we can just kind of continue, do some AI learning.
Um,
So what you
yesterday,
saying for demonstration?
mm, yesterday, we did this prompt engineering.
Uh
We did
huh.
the how to prompt engineering. We have zero shot, one shot, and multiple shot prompting.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to, I think I just want to know the differences between these three, the key
Okay.
differences between these three.
Between the different single shot and multi shot, those. Okay.
Mm,
All right. So we'll do that right now. The other people have not shown up, but this is perfect. That you have a question, I can have something to focus on. You know. And then if you ever learn something that you want to show and share, like please let me know, and then that way now you can do tutorial. Okay.
okay, okay, no problem.
That's funny. They have AI for only fans. That's why this is. I was like, let me look to see. What was that? Cloud 9 AI. I'm gonna go to because I think I have the instruction. Let's see more. I have it here, but there's another page. Let me just see something quick. Yeah, that's LinkedIn blog. Oh yeah, AI prompt engineering. Okay. Let me see. What is prompt engineering? Da, 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 da. This is just another page that I created. I don't on Google Sites. So although this is random, it's different. I'm looking on how to answer your question. That's why I'm just looking at the resources that I created. You know, so I'll definitely answer your question. But so this I know you were interested in the website, how you create a website. So although you can create, like I said, the one using just the AI where you tell it, I don't know yet how to make that website to be something that like a lot of people can go to. Although now you can go to it. It's this one here. Let me see, where is it? It's this is the one right here. But the thing is, the difference is that I notice when I make a change on the website, the link it updates. So this is the same one that I created the first time that I created it when I wanted to just okay, this is a sample that I want to share. But when I go back to Gemini to make an update on the website, like if I make any changes, it makes like a change on the link. So that's why the reason why I'm saying like okay, when you can create the website and it works, like we can go to it, but it's not going to be the same link all the time. So that's why to me it looks like it's a prototype. So I'm wondering, like, to look further into it to see, okay, how can we use this website where the link stays the same all the time? You know, I haven't looked further into that. I just kept left it here, um, just as a note. And then this other website though is one that I created. It's not. I didn't use AI to create it, but I do. I use AI to create the content to help me create the content. And let me just check and see if it's correct before I put it on the website. But it is this one is more stable, you can say, because the link will stay the same if you make changes. But this is one of also something you can create for free. You can create a free website now. This is the one that you can actually create and give to a client for them to use or for your own business. But it's free with Google also, and it's a website called googlesites.com. If you have a Google account, same thing, you have access to this for free. And if you have another, like if you go on those websites where you can buy your own custom URL, so www.kikintechnology.com, you can um, make the changes on your settings so that way now it lands on this page. Or if you don't have the money to pay for it, one right now, you can just use this as your link for the time being, and it'll always be the same. So the difference is this is not AI that you use to build, but it is free. But you can also use AI to create your content for it, and even use AI to help you design it. Like because I use AI, I'll ask questions like, "Okay, I'm creating a website on Google Sites. Can you help me, come up with my visuals and everything?" So it'll assist you on how you want to create it, and then create the content. So I use AI to create the content, although I use my knowledge these here I typed out myself, but AI helped me out, if that makes sense. I'm just sharing it because it's different websites that I created and just to share how I created it and how I use AI. So this is like manual plus AI skills that I use here. I think this, if you want to make money creating websites for clients, use this for now, because it uses both AI and manual and you have something you can give them. But this, if you have a great idea that you want somebody else to build for you, or just like just this is good for the brainstorming. This is just for me. This is like all AI that's doing it for you. So it's I don't know what to say more than it's a prototype. It's something that I can show people. They can still click on it, but if I make a change on it, the link will change. So either I have to go let them know that the link changed, or just use this as a something to show as an example for a developer, or if I learn how to transfer it to a link that stays the same, now I can do that. Anyways, so I'm done with that. Let's go to the zero shot prompt. Did that make sense? Hold on, let me check. Did that make sense? Oh, Abu left the meeting. Oh, he got disconnected. Hey, Lord. Well, I'm recording the meeting, so that's the good thing. All of this will make sense because I recorded the meeting. So now I'm going to go look and see how I can prepare when he comes back. Talk about this zero shot prompting, AI prompting techniques. I already have it on my. About prompt engineering, generative AI. Hello.
Yes, hello?
Hey, how do you do? You lost the connection, right?
Yes, sir. I
Okay.
love the connection.
Okay, it's fine, but everything I'm recording, so you can go back and listen clearly. But
Okay, no problem.
I would just explain. I was just explaining. Did you hear anything I said?
Yes, yes, you are talking about a website you create using AI,
Yeah,
and also another website you create that you don't use totally AI but use partial
yeah.
information from the AI.
Oh, okay, yeah. And this is a website where the link it stays the same, and you can also. This is more reliable if you want to create something for a company for it to, because the link will stay the same. Did you hear that part?
No, no, no. At that part, I lost the network.
Okay, so the recording is all clear. So if you go back, I'll share this also. But the difference between these two, like this one is partial AI and also use AI to help you design it and the content. If and obviously your ideas too, but and then the other one is like fully AI. If you know coding, you can use your own code knowledge, but it's fully AI. And the big difference
Okay,
as far as when you'll use it, like this is more something that's more solid because the link stays the same. They're both free with Google, but the link this one stays the same, and you can give it to a client for them. It's something if you want to use it to make money to create for a client for their website.
mm,
This is more reliable to use this one, or
okay,
even if it's for your own company. Because the link stays the same. If you don't have the money to go buy a special link, you can just use this one that you
okay,
get for free with Google. Or if you already have your own custom link, now you can make it
mm,
come to your website.
okay,
But the other
okay,
one, the link, if I make a change on this one, any kind of change, the one that's all AI that I create on Gemini, like although the links they work, when I click, shows up and everything. These links they do, so you can give it to people to use. But if I make any changes to it, the link here to get to it, it changes. So it's a temporary
okay,
link. So the new version will have a new link, and then this link always comes to this version. Yeah, so each version have their own link for this one, the one that's all AI.
okay,
So it's very nice. I guess maybe they have plans. I mean, I have to imagine they have plans to make it so that you can use it to be the link doesn't change, but it also has a whole code. So I think it's supposed to do it like this and then take it to another platform where you put the code in, and now I think that's really what it is. That makes
okay.
more sense to me.
Mm,
So does that make sense?
because yes, because yesterday when I'm creating those order, they give me the code. They said you can copy it and place it on any platform like Python or other
Yeah,
or
so there's a
website.
certain
So,
platform, yeah, to take it to, but I didn't go further to look research into that, but
okay,
I'm thinking that's what you're supposed to do, take the code and put it to somewhere where now it can give you a website that you can make the custom link always stays the same, even if you
okay,
change it. But it's still
okay.
really good because I mean, for demonstration or if you just want something that people can use and you don't care, you don't want to make changes anymore
Mm,
to it, I think it's good.
mm, mm,
If you don't want to make any changes to the website, like this is just for information for them to use to get to things. It's good.
okay,
But all
okay.
right. So that's that. Now you asked the question about the prompt,
Yes.
the single shot and the multi-shot prompt.
Mm,
So what I'm going to do, we're just going to be very. Um, Let me open a document. So I just copy this real quick so it could be a guide. Google document. So you already know that the prompt engineering is the technique that you use to write your instructions, right? To ask the AI to do something. So
okay,
give me an example of what topic you want to explore. Let me see. A question. Let me see. No.
okay.
What's a
So
topic?
now, so
Just
now
like
let's say want to do a research on agriculture vegetation.
Agricultural what?
Vegetation.
Vegetation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me write it out to make sure I'm understanding right. You said agricultural vegetation? That?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so let me just zoom quick. So for agricultural vegetation, well, I'm gonna use AI to like teach because that way. Okay, here I'm gonna give my examples, but just to verify, I'll search for AI so we can check and see if I'm on the right page. Okay. So agricultural
Okay.
vegetation. So,
Can you share the screen?
oh yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm here looking at it, thinking that I'm sharing because I'm recording,
No,
but
no.
I am so sorry. The whole time I'm talking and sharing, and you're not even seeing what I'm showing. Yeah, whenever I start talking like this, I'm sharing something. So if you don't see it, I should
Okay.
probably tell you that I'm
Okay.
sharing. But
Okay. No problem.
okay, entire screen. Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Mm,
Can you see now?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so earlier when I was talking about the websites, you have an idea of what I was talking about, right? This is the one that I created on Google. You know what? You'll
Yes.
watch the video. Go back to the video and watch it. Let's talk about this prompting.
Okay.
But this is the other
Okay.
one I was talking about that you can create for clients. If you go to googlesites.com, this would be a good one because the link will always be stable, you know?
Okay. Googlesites.com, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's free with the Google account also.
Okay.
And you can create multiple.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, this is really good. If you're somebody who's just beginning and you just want to create websites for people or for yourself, use it. But yeah, you see, and I use AI to help me design it. But let me see. So the single shot, the prompting, agriculture, vegetation. For single shot prompting, I'll ask the question since I don't really know much about it. I'll just
Okay.
ask questions based on what I'm thinking. But if you have a question you want to ask, let me know. So single shot
Okay.
is when you tell the AI what to do without giving it any examples, like asking it to translate a sentence directly. So an example of single
Mm.
shot, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I'm understanding now when you read the sentence saying, when you simply tell AI what to do without giving it any examples.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like zero shot. You have like none. Okay. I wonder why they
So
call it
example,
shot prompting, but yeah,
so example like what is agricultural vegetation, right?
exactly.
That okay.
Vegetation. And then an example would be like what other one? Yeah, we could just start with like what is agriculture vegetation? So when we ask that question, let me go to Gemini right here. And the with this one, when you ask it like this, the response you'll get is basically usually if you haven't made any changes to your thing, is whatever the default answer it will give you. But by default, I mean based on what it's trained on, you know? So something like Gemini, it's trained on information that has been on the internet. So
Okay.
with artificial intelligence like this, it has all that information, and based on the question, it does research to see what the best, like the answer that's the most likely. So it'll look and see for information where agriculture vegetation is. Kind of like when you use Google yourself and you search, and then based on what is on that page, it will scan it and be like, okay, well, this is most likely what it is. Like it doesn't know, but it just does research based on the most likely answer.
Mm, okay.
So, but based on by default, because we didn't give it any examples, you know, with no direction. So it's like, okay, well, let me just go search and see. But if we had any direction, it'll be more, it'll consider your directions. That's why, like, this is a good one if you just want to just see how the AI is designed, to understand how it responds itself without you giving it direction. Sometimes I like to do this, just like, Let me see what it'll give me, especially if I'm researching something that I don't know about. Like I may have an idea of something I want to focus on, but if I'm curious, like what, let me just ask this, just to get an answer. I don't have to
Mm,
always be
okay.
super specific. So
Mm,
sometimes it's okay
okay.
to use zero shot prompting. It doesn't always have to be the most complicated prompts. But so yeah, so zero shot prompting is this one. What is
Mm,
agricultural
okay.
vegetation? And then it tells you it refers to plants that are
Mm,
cultivated and managed by humans for various purposes, primary for food, fiber, fuel, or other commercial products. Huh, I did not know
mm,
that. So it's like growing animals.
mm-hmm.
Vegetative refers to plants that are cultivated
Yeah,
and managed by
and managed
humans
by
for various
humans.
purposes. Okay, so it's food or growing plants, not animals. Okay.
Mhm, mhm.
What is? Do you know what it is already?
No, I'm just in it. Yes, I know what is it because I did agriculture. So I just want to know because this vegetation, this one now, it only give the exact the definition, and also it breaks down what
Yeah,
is it. So so now I know this is the one short prompt. So the multi is wherein you give the AI clues, right, of what you want on this topic, right?
yeah, exactly. Like if you wanted to focus on something specific, like maybe on the politics of it, like what are the laws around what
Mm,
is agriculture vegetation, and then like like focus on the law aspect. I don't know, you know what I mean, or just something on focus
mm,
on these specific plants.
okay.
But yeah, so this is it. Like the single shot, it'll just give you the answer, and I guess what can you tell me about this prompt? Like, is this the response that you expected, or how would you say it answered it for you?
Well, it's not the I expect, but it's correct because it has keywords. But for us here with the text that we are using, that's not the answer, but it has keywords. Example, that's cultivation of plants
Mm-hmm.
by human, management by human for various uses. Yes.
Oh, okay. So, what is the type of answer you would have expected?
Well, I'm expecting this definition wherein cultivation is the growing of crops. Example like agricultural cultivation, the growing of crops like like cucumber, watermelon,
Oh, okay.
tomatoes. That's why they call it agricultural vegetation. It's only focused on vegetables. For this now, it says plants that are cultivated.
And managed by
So
humans.
even a mango is a plant, right?
Right,
But
exactly.
it's not a vegetable. But it's not a vegetable.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see.
So
Because
that
it's a vegetation, like talking about vegetables. No, no, no. Okay.
yes, yes.
No, because the word vegetation, I don't think it's about vegetables, really.
Okay.
Like, because then now you can go ahead, and this is something what I'm about to do next. We did the single shot prompting, but say if
Mm-hmm.
you want to learn something additional on something else, like you want them to refer to something like this, for example, like, okay, what is vegetation? I can ask, what is vegetation?
Mm,
Yeah, so you can do that, and then also, yeah, like you can like copy something else for it to focus on. Refers to the entire plant life of a particular area, region. It breaks down the key aspects of it. Let me see. It's a broad term that
vegetation.
encompasses all forms of plants, from tiny mosses to grasses that tower trees. Yeah, so it's not just
Mm,
vegetables.
yes, yes, yes.
You see, I don't. Let me see. Explain this to someone that has this topic. So you see how I'm asking more questions just based on the same thing? This is called
Mm-hmm.
iteration. Where I'm
What?
just, it's called iteration. Let me write it here.
Iteration, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Iteration.
yeah. Iteration. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Iteration. That's like when you're just continuing the conversation by asking the questions based on the previous thing, the conversation.
Mm,
Yeah, so I'm just like explain this to someone that has no knowledge of the topic. It's because I think yesterday you asked like if I didn't have to make a reference to something on top, and so this is basically like the name of the technique. I don't have to reference. I just kind of keep continuing. So if I wanted it to answer me a certain way, I can also ask it that to do it that way, and that's just making changes to the same conversation. Anyway, just continue the
mm,
conversation. Imagine the earth as a okay, it's like really explaining like I'm a kid now. Vegetation is simply all the plants that paint that canvas green, brown, blue. Okay. So it's all the plants. Vegetation is just all plants. It's not just
mm.
vegetables.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So do you understand single shot now, or do you want more examples?
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
It could
I
be like,
understand now.
huh?
Yes, yes, I understand it.
Yeah. I just think like, what day is it? Today's Friday.
What day is it? It's a single shot also.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let me see.
Today is Friday, June 13th.
Who are you?
Wow. Okay, this
I'm.
again. Who are you?
Huh?
I said this again. So at any time you put a sentence that did not give additional clue of the topic, is one shot.
Uh huh.
Okay. Okay. So now let's go to a double shot. A double
Okay.
shot.
So one shot. One shot is when you provide one example of what you want the AI to do, which helps in understanding the format or style you're looking for. So this is when I can
Mm,
say, okay, what is agriculture vegetation? And then I
mm,
asked it when I said, write it in like a summary, write it in a blog format, because you are
okay.
when you provide one example of what you want to do, which helps understand, yeah, the format or the style, or if you wanted to focus on some kind of topic, on it. So,
Mm, okay, this is one shot prompting. So zero shot, one shot prompting.
yeah. So let me see. We can even ask it, what is one shot prompting?
Mm,
Yeah, so you can do that too. One shot prompting is technique used when interacting with large language models like me. It's a way of guiding the model's behavior by providing one example of the task you want it to perform. And then what you can do also here, you see, can you give me examples of one shot prompt based,
okay.
let me see, for someone since I want to learn more about what is it? Agricultural vegetation.
Mm,
So you can ask it to help you just to learn, So based on the description, identify. Let me see. Based on, let me see. So you can, let me see. That's a great way to learn. One shot prompt is perfect for exploring specific concepts with regard to
within a
topic.
broader
So the
context.
example they give, let me see. Your prompt.
Identify type of agricultural vegetation. Okay. And also one shot prompting is more useful when you are making tutorial. I'm thinking of making like example, like marketing with videos, wherein you create the script, yeah. From there you post it on the Leonardo AI, or you customize it, wherein the character of the person in the video exhibits is going to narrate your your script. I think this is the one short prompt. You should put the information for it to generate the script.
Wait, I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Where, wait, step by step. You say one shot prompt is something you can use to say it again. I'm sorry, the sound here is.
I said, one short prompt. What I realized is one short prompt is wherein you put information for it to you give instruction for it to have the style or the theme of what you want to get from
Right.
the AI.
Okay,
And
yeah.
so wherein if you want to use that, for example, if you create a script, then you give description of the script. That is a one shot, is a one shot prompting. So
Oh,
that description, the AI is going to give the description, wherein if it is a script that you are writing, you want to do marketing with this with that script with video. For example, you can copy that script, then you go to Leonardo, then you use it, then you use your graphics. I think it has some two, three relation there.
okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. There's relations there as far as like giving that example. Well, I
Okay.
haven't used. So you've explored Leonardo a lot. I haven't touched it at all. Well, I would
Okay,
definitely
I'm
like for
I'm
you to
going to
show some
explore.
examples of the things that you find too. Like
Okay.
what you're learning, because you're telling me things that I don't know about. That's why I'm asking if you can repeat it because it's new.
I'm going to sit at it today, for especially those two tools. I want to see how far I will explore them today,
Hmm.
and see how far what I can create through it, because I really want these classes, each and every lessons, for me to go over what we learn, and at least have the basic of it, so that we can be more progressive in these lectures.
Yeah, exactly. And then that way you have questions that you need me to clarify, and we can look into together.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
no problem.
And I'll have, like I said, we're learning. I'm trying to figure out like my direction and what to do. But a good thing also is to see, although it's we're exploring AI, like I guess like what do you want, like what is your goal for it. Like, and this is just something you can just think about on your own. You don't have to share since I'm
Hmm.
recording to put on YouTube.
Okay, no problem.
But
No problem.
just like okay, what is your goal? Like I like exploring. For me, I explore a lot of the tools, for free. I do explore a lot, so I can learn. But I realize, okay, so what's my goal? That's what I'm saying. Let me do this advisory thing because at least just something I can work towards, for it. So that way I'm not just exploring and having fun and wasting my time. Like it's fun and nice, but it's like, am I doing it so that way I can build my business, or do I want to like provide certain service to other businesses, or create products to sell? Just kind of
Okay.
start as that, and then honestly, whatever we learn right now, it's somebody else wants to learn or somebody wants to pay for something. You're good to start where you are, like around.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sure,
so just
sure,
think about it. Like, okay, so like, what do I want? Like, what can I do right now with it?
sure.
Like, what's my goal? Whether you just want to teach other people, share other people, or create a community there where other people can join and sell,
Mm-hmm.
or hey, I don't know, create websites. I don't know, just something, content.
Yes, I really want to get it, so that as we discussed yesterday, I really want to be the gap between the known, to disseminate the information here in Sierra Leone, and also to create opportunities.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah, I'm really thinking of it to create opportunities, because this thing is new here. People
Mhm.
people don't have that aware yet, except those higher telecommunication company
Oh wow.
that have their hands on it. But for us, like the private sector, wherein you just do things, we still rely on that old method, wherein if you want to do something, you meet an IT professional, you
Hmm.
pay him, you do. But like what I'm been seeing since yesterday, I believe I believe this is a new knowledge. Even if you be a professional in this, you can be more productive more than an IT professional that don't know AI. I don't. that only use that traditional method. You can have more because everything is there. What you input, you get. Because all of these guys, they do specific information. The specific information you give them is the one that they are going to work for you. So if you
Mhm.
already have AI that can do it for you and you know how to use it, I believe you
It-
can be more sufficient than them,
Wow.
efficient than them.
I don't think I'm really realizing what a big deal it is that you're saying, but I'm seeing more, because I know Sierra Leone, the opportunities it's not easy just to cast something easy like this. Like for me, it's
Mm-hmm.
like, wow, this is so easy, but I realize it can make a huge difference back home.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
when people, so, like the website when you create, you just did the website really quick. Can you imagine how long it would take if you had to learn the code and everything to create a website?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's going to take a long time, but that one yesterday, it's even when you're even doing it, it gives you it gives you some lead from one app to another, which app you should use. You just have to say yes, use it. Then
Yeah.
it takes you there. It's performed that function. If you need again another one, it's recommended it to you. So why meeting an IT man again? So you just need to do the needful and you understand what you are doing. Because what I see mainly with this AI, you understand what you are doing as what you are doing for us to understand it better so that we
Mm-hmm.
can work efficiently. Yes.
Yep.
That's the only thing we need.
You have to understand what you're doing so that IT,
Mm-hmm.
yep, the AI can
Mm-hmm.
work. But definitely, if
Because
you ever think of websites, definitely I think this googlesites.com would be good, especially because I
Google
know
Sites.
like
I'm going
people
to try
don't
it.
want to pay so much money to start it. So it's a free one, and you can always use AI to come up with the ideas how to make it look, and
Okay.
and the content. But it's the one that's stable. This other one,
Okay.
I know the other one, like I know it's useful. I just haven't seen. I mean, it's possible. So that one, I guess, we just have to figure out how to use it to.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? I keep repeating myself. You know what I mean? Though, how with the link changing.
No problem.
But the fact that it
Actually,
makes the code tells me, okay, there's a way we can use this to make it a very stable website where the link doesn't change. Like.
okay. Okay. No
But
problem.
for now, it still works. If somebody just, like I said, say they just want a website that works, like, okay, it works. It's just if you want changes, the link will change, everything else will change, but it works. But yeah, well, I think that will definitely happen. That's good. I mean, becoming the link for between the bridge, the communication bridge as far as information and just sharing to the community. And then, hey, you yourself make money out of all that too. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
true, but okay. Well, I think Discord. You should definitely like after this meeting, see if Discord you're able to use it. Because with Discord we can have like meetings and like have like live. They call it live rooms where you can stay in the room for like basically it's like a room that can be live. But anybody can join at any time. It's like 24 hours. So I'm thinking something like an office hour can be set. Anybody can just go in an office hour, to have conversations.
Okay. Okay.
So this is just
I
something,
have already downloaded it.
huh?
Discord. I have already downloaded it. I'm going to set it up.
Yeah, Discord. Like this is on the laptop what it looks like, but I don't know how to explain it, but it's just very interesting. Like they have these things like right here, audio room. Like anybody at any time of the day, you can just join in the audio room. Like anytime, so multiple people can just join, and they have like a lot. And I know you can also screen share. I know because like with this, how it limits us, we can screen share for like long time. Like it's very what is it called? I forgot the word, but like it makes it very interactive. People can constantly stay in touch. But if you don't want to always be available, just log off and not be there. But the community itself and people that like want to be active and talking to each other, like with the voice, they can do it because nobody has to start the meeting. You just join.
Okay. no problem.
And I think that would be good for group organization when we want to build a community, like you're talking about being the bridge, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, hey, we have
Yeah.
office hour at this time, but I never have to always just create a meeting, create a link, and send out. Like, we all know this is where you come, join in.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
that's how I say in Discord.
This one, the interface is simple, like WhatsApp.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's free.
Okay. I'm going to set it up.
This has a lot of
And I,
automation. It's like this. A lot of people that usually use this is like people who are very into technology or the people that gamers, the streamers. Because
okay.
these rooms you can be in
You can
like
use it.
for
You can use it to
hours.
stream also.
You can, yeah, you can screen share stream. I know the game streamers they do, but I don't know how to hook that up. But you can, I think you can, but I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
But we can screen share and also like the screen sharing I'm doing here with you on Google Meets and they do it on Discord on Zoom. You can do it here too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Okay.
But I'm thinking this one should be for people who are really serious, you know. So whether
Mm-hmm.
it's a community of people that are either paying or the ones that you already know, like, no, this is somebody who contributes and they're very serious
Okay.
because you're
Okay.
given
Because
access.
I'm really planning after this class for me to have a session with some of the McKinney guys. That will be a project that we are going to put. Example, like our cousins in McKinney, especially some of them, they don't even aware of this AI thing. They only see them in Facebook, other websites, but at least the awareness is not there yet. So like if we have a group, we try to create this as a group. Maybe we can set up project that we can make money from it.
Yeah,
Mm.
maybe you can. Yeah, they
Especially
could be
for
an IT
Africa,
group.
yeah.
You really
Especially for
can.
Africa. Especially for Africa.
You really, really can. I think it's possible. The opportunity is there. Like you already know, you're on the right path. I think. Yeah, and it makes me too. Like this is something I want to do, but it's you take a lot of initiative, so I really like that. You know, you're like, no, I'm gonna do this right now. For me, I get sometimes shy because I like my space. I get overwhelmed, but I have a lot of knowledge, you know, to
Okay.
share.
Okay, no
So I'm
problem.
really glad to
No
share with
problem.
you, and you're taking it like, okay, I'm gonna go connect, go talk to them, show them what you already
Okay,
learned. You
no
know,
problem.
like post your find a way to share the videos. Maybe I guess you could post it on YouTube and make it like whatever you create, record yourself, your own. Share
Mm-hmm.
it. If
Okay,
you
no
want to make it
problem.
private, make
No,
it private. You know, or
no
if you want to
problem.
make it public. But you can make it private if you want. If it's something you just want to share with them to show,
Okay.
like the way I
Okay.
did, like my YouTube, I really just created just to put stuff to
Mm,
share. It's not to say to
mm-hmm.
become famous. But I'm like, okay, I want to make it easy for people to see the stuff when I'm teaching them, and then I want
Mm-hmm.
it to be for free too. You know, so
Yes, okay.
that's why I like
Okay.
Google because Google has YouTube
Okay.
also. You know.
Okay.
But yeah, but this is really good because now I'm with this, you can like, because when you show them Abu, they're always gonna come to you to be like, I need to learn, so you can teach them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna want
Mm-hmm.
to have access. I think this would be a good way for us to like say, okay, well, like we have, okay, well, if I'm gonna, if I have time, okay, well, I want to just go into the call at 3 o'clock. I'll just join, and people can say, like, oh, come join me in the room. You know, we don't the more you use it, you'll see.
Mm-hmm.
There's a benefit for this, I think. If it works in Sierra Leone
Yes.
because it's free and
Yes.
it creates the
Yes.
community, I think it's good
Mm,
because it's not just the rooms here, but you can chat here. You know, they have chats, the group
mm-hmm.
chats, so you can have different sections. You know, this was another group that I have, but
Okay.
different sections on so to focus on specific topic. Or if you guys are working, if we're working on like a project, like say I have a lot of stuff, like even if it's to work together, but you guys can be in separate places, but you're all in this call together, but you don't have to stay on the call, you know? But you know, like it's like a virtual office, you know?
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to plan it. I'm going to plan. I'm going to sit down and plan it. If we can possibly do a live lecture with because the university I attend to Unimac in McKinney, I really want for us to. to, because this knowledge is very good. If
Yeah.
I went to McKinney, we are going to plan it. We use a projector because they have projectors each class.
Mm-hmm.
Because as for me, I'm once a prefect, so at any time I go there, they give me that leverage to at least to help my companion on assignments, other things.
Mm-hmm.
So I will look those that are, because we need to spread this, because this is money. If we start doing it at that level, like university, they see that this one is very productive. We can charge them on our local currency here. So
Yeah.
they
Yes,
can
you
they
can.
can pay. They can pay.
Yeah.
So
Yes, and I would say definitely do it. Yes, you can.
mm,
Oh my God, I'm
no
so
problem.
excited. Oh my God,
No problem.
God is good. Oh
I
my
will
God.
I'm going to make a proposal. After drafting the proposal, I will send it to you. Then
Hmm.
from there you advise. From there we start. If at least once, then they see the, because most of them want to use this in their research, but most of them they are being expelled because of they don't know how to use this. I know two of them that use chat GPT to do their dissertation. At the end of the day, they don't know how to reference material. At the end of the day, the university kicked them out for plagiarism.
Oh, okay, because they
I
didn't know
know
how
them.
to. Okay.
I know them.
Mm-hmm.
They really want to do it by themselves, but because of they don't know, they don't have that idea. They only hear it. This you use it to do research, then they go, they type information. They don't know how to at least relate those information that they have. So I believe this on this platform will really go far here, especially here, if we really put things together here, at least, and go out and reach to them. They can do it. They are paying money for their class. At the end of the day, those important things are not teaching to them. So why not, if we have the platform from there, and we introduce it from there, we go advanced level, we charge them on our local currency. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you charge them, the dollar is more higher than our local currency. When you said the dollar, even if you said $50, they are going to be skeptical because of the currency. But for us here, when you charge them with our own local currency, even if it's more than that $50, they are not going to see it as much. But because of the name, when you put dollar, they are going to be frustrated. So all of this money.
Okay, I see, I see. So you have to, I mean, because if you have to, it's the local people, you have to behave, understand the way the local people work. So that makes sense. The
Okay.
culture, you have to
Okay.
understand how the culture works, or else.
Mm, mm.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Wow, I'm very
Thank you.
excited. This is gonna make Abu. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh my
I'm
god, I
ready.
can't wait. It's gonna make such a
I'm
difference.
ready. I'm so excited. I see the importance of this thing. I learned a lot yesterday
In just in a
to
short
this
time.
morning. I did not sleep up till 3 a.m.
Uh-huh. You
So
see,
this morning,
hey, go ahead. Now I know exactly that. Sometimes that's me. I'll be up like, oh, I want to try this. I'm like, oh my god, I can try this.
mm, mm,
My brain is just going like, wow, how is it possible?
mm,
But yeah, so I think with you saying that, like, you see why I say this, and that's why I was thinking, I'm like, something like this, people are going to be very excited to just want to like learn and share. That's why I was like, Discord, this would be perfect.
mhm.
Because some
Okay.
people, they don't want to always be online, and that's fine. But other people that want to
Mm,
connect and share, they can be here constantly. When you have it
mhm,
organized, it can be like a one room
mhm,
that's like for all of that, different.
mhm,
And on top,
mhm,
like if you want to be up, if you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning doing your AI excitement, and somebody else is up, you guys can come here and just share.
mm, mm,
Like, hey,
mm,
I need
mhm,
help with this. How about this? Share this. But like I said,
mm.
for the people
No,
are really serious about it.
no problem.
Yeah. But let me see. So we were doing the prompting. We did the one shot. And now the multi shot. Let me see. Did we finish talking about the one shot? I'm also
Yeah,
really
it's
curious
only
about farming, the
it's
vegetation
only one
example.
shot.
That I'm very curious about. Farming. So is that all agriculture vegetation, like farming?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So your prompt for the given agriculture vegetation state its primary use. So you can give examples in different way. You can just write it out like that. But
Mm,
the example it gave is like where you make it very formal, because sometimes I guess some making it very formal. Let me see. For example, let me just. I'm learning too. Example: vegetation,
mm-hmm.
corn, primary use, food for humans and livestock, biofuel. Now, what is the primary use of vegetation? Primary use. You know, let me just copy and paste this. 'Cause I'm not sure. Oh, okay, I see. When you're trying to learn the main purpose for whose specific points are copied. I've always thought you just give the example in the same sentence, but I've never done it like this where you actually create a. Well, let me
Mm,
just copy. I'm just going to copy and paste this because I've never done it this
okay,
way. I've just done it in different ways, but this is different.
okay.
So I think okay. So you see how okay. So it repeats. First, it gave says for given agricultural vegetation, state its primary use,
Mm,
and then so now you're giving the example of how you want it to what it wants to give you. So you're giving an example like okay, example for corn. I want you to tell me the primary use is like this. So I guess
mm,
that's what this is saying. I never thought of this as being a single shot prompting example. But I guess it learns. It says, now what is the primary use of? I don't get this one. I'm not gonna lie. This is so odd. Use. I don't know why it's giving me. You see how it responded?
mm-hmm.
It says, now what is the primary use of vegetation soybeans? So I don't know if I'm supposed to copy the whole thing. Let me
Yes, maybe you should copy the whole thing from there.
and see if it tells me what this is, what
Mm,
the sugar cane one is. Maybe
mm,
um, see if it tells me what sugar cane is. Oh, okay. So it tells me
yeah,
what the
yeah,
sugarcane one is. Okay. Oh, okay, I
yeah.
see. So if you have an example of something, but you're trying to figure out something else,
Biofuel, ethanol.
it gives you that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the way
Yeah.
it writes, it just looks so weird to me, but I see. I see. Um, okay, I think I've done this before, but okay. When you give an example of what you want, I never thought. I thought maybe it was like Here's what I thought one shot prompt was. I thought maybe it was Let me see. And that's the thing with AI, since it's so new, you know what I mean? As far as the public learning about this generative AI prompt engineering, relatively, you know how it's new, so people are coming up, like just like exploring and coming up with the terms, you know? Although you hear some terms that are very similar repeatedly, but there's constant, like you hear one term, but it's the same as another because everybody's just learning, trying to come up with a way to standardize the the way to come up with the standard like vocabulary. So that's what it say one shot prompt was. I thought one shot prompts would be something like what is agricultural vegetation? Um, um, explain this in a log format. I thought that's what it was, but they're both ways you can still use the AI. So it doesn't matter what the word is; it's just what the outcome that you want that matters. You know. I think that's what matters more. It's not so much like the terminology. Terminology is good, but it's more learning how to get the outcome. So by having terminology behind it helps the learning easier so we can have like a mutual understanding of the vocabulary.
Okay.
So I'm going to consider one shot prompts as both of those, not just one. I'll just say, okay, there are different examples of one shot prompts until there is an official vocabulary and prompt engineering. I'll just do both. Okay.
Mm,
But yeah, so this is what I thought. Like when you give it like a example, like a single example, and then if I went into more details and say like, and then this, then I'm thinking it's multi-shot. That's what I thought.
okay.
That's what I thought. Um, um, in the perspective of a a farmer in Sierra Leone or
Yeah, just do it general perspective of some businessman in. Okay.
I thought that what I thought that would have been the multi-shot.
Mm,
That's what I was thinking. But
mm,
everybody, like I said, we're all learning and trying to just make an understanding of this thing. So I'm learning too. So I thought something because now you're like you're really tailoring it. You're
mm,
refining it. So from our soil, so you see how with this one, it just gave me general. It was just talking about the agriculture. But then when I said from the perspective of businessman in Sierra Leone,
mhm,
from our soil to your table, the business of agriculture vegetation in Sierra Leone. Greetings from
Lots
Sierra
and
Leone,
then
Samuel
provide
Kabak here.
details. Yeah.
Okay, today I want to talk to you about something that is not just green but gold, not just for a beautiful country, but for anyone looking to understand the real heartbeat of our economy, agriculture vegetation. This isn't just academic term, you reading books, it's the very fabric of our to the plants we consciously grow, nurture, and harvest to make money to feed our people and build our nation. It's all about intentional growth. You see our lush landscape, yes, the wild landscape. So this, it's like in a blog. That's why it's in the blog.
Mm,
But
mm,
and the businessman is writing on his perspective. Agricultural message is different. It's about purpose. It's about investment, buying the right seeds, getting the fertilizers, perhaps investing in a small tractor or irrigation. Labor. You see how it's written on that perspective?
okay.
Okay. But let me see. Cash crops. Okay.
Cash crop are global connectors. Cacao and coffee, palm oil, cashew. Mm,
Wow. And then like for do research, I like this, but perplexity also, if you want to go confirm some of these, say if you want to find companies that may be doing it, perplexity is a good place to search if you have access there.
mm,
Because that it searches the internet and tries to pull that specific type of information. Google
okay.
Gemini, like here, it's creating the content, but say if I want to go deeper and find it, I can ask Gemini, but I think I get better results if I want to find those specific things from perplexity.
Okay.
Like, oh, hey, who was the biggest, I don't know. I have no idea what questions to ask, but I think it is. Like, who are the well known farming companies in Sierra Leone? Perplexity, I think, would be a better one to ask than this one.
Mm,
Like, this one
okay.
might give you answers, but I think just my preference. You could try both and see which one works better in Sierra Leone. So it may be different.
Okay. Okay.
Like when you want to come up with your list to go reach out to people and things like that. But yeah. Okay, this is actually very good. You see how you can use this to really, hey, the university, they're going to be ready for you?
Mm-hmm.
And then, wow. Actually, let me see. Instead of a post,
Explain this in an informational white paper. Yeah.
This in a white paper document. Let me see.
The white paper. Yeah.
White paper is like just an official report that we. I don't know why they call it white paper, but it's just a research document type. Thing. So this is something like like more of a document instead of a blog. That's
Mm,
formal, and it's just like a guide. Like when you want to talk to universities to get documentation, you can maybe help use this to help guide you, and you make your edits.
okay.
But this is very formal. You can have
Mm,
it,
this is very formal.
huh?
I said this is very formal.
Yeah. Use language that is easy to understand.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm like, I guess for me, I'm just like, I don't get this.
imagine feeding the world, even as our planet changes. So the big challenge we are coping with is basically all of them. You see? Yes, it changed the language. The
Exactly, to
language
make
is
it easier.
compared to even the format of writing, it changes.
Yeah. This paper shows why these plans are so important and why we propose IT project of this as a game changer. For university, investing in this isn't just some money, it's about leading the way, attracting smart students, getting big research grants, and truly helping the world solve real problems. It's a chance to build
Mm,
something vital for the future, what we're talking about, and just we grew. I don't know, it could just help you create some of your documents too when you want to actually like reach out,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
you
That,
can all the information that you have gathered or what you wanted to like focus on, you can put that in your prompt so it can really
mm-hmm.
tailor. So
Okay,
this is just like a
okay.
general one, but you see like just the possibility.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah. And this would be great if you have somebody in the team who already knows how to like do this kind of like document this kind of communication. So they can be like, oh yeah, no, like, we need to do this, this is what we should you know what I mean?
okay, okay.
Somebody who's used to do that kind of like paperwork where they reach out to the universities to get proposals or things like that. Or even if it's not, if you already know what your goal is, be specific, you know what you want to do,
Mm,
put it there.
mm.
Just check your document,
Okay,
read through it to make sure it makes sense.
okay, no problem.
But yeah, climate changes mean more droughts, food. So that's what these let me see. I can share this with you if you want to just read through it just to see how I don't know, it's a
No
topic that you
problem,
asked about, so
no problem.
yeah, let me see. Can I share this link or am I? Hey, I think I should be able to share this link. Okay, I can share it. Okay, and then so multi-shot. So I thought that was multi-shot when you're given multiple examples or instructions. But let me see. Let's see what the AI says. What it is. What is multi-shot prompt? PRMP. I just said this is what I have so far. Let's see. Multi-shot is a technique used with AI models where you should Provide several
Provide
examples of the
several
steps involved.
examples of the tasks which will perform directly.
It's particularly useful for more complicated tasks when the AI needs to understand a nuanced pattern, follow multiple steps, or handle different variations in the input. A single example might be enough for the AI to grasp the fully complexity. Let me see. Achieving very specific or consistent output. If you need the AI's response to adhere to the particular format, style, or set of rules, multiple examples help it identify and replicate the pattern more accurately than just one. It's like showing a student several solved problems instead of just one, helping them generalize the method. Establishing a persona or tone, it can use examples to guide the AI to respond to a certain way, like helpful assistance. Okay, okay. So this is like when you really want to, when you're creating like a system, like a way you want something done. So you already have like a template, and you want to just keep using the same way. I think, based on what I'm reading, but you can structure your prompts by including series of input pairs that demonstrate the desires. Think of it like this. Um, Zero shot translate this. One shot translates this. Hello to hola. Now translate goodbye. Okay, I
Mm,
see. Multi shot
one
translate
example.
hello to hola. Now translate goodbye to adios. Translate thank you to gracias. Now translate please. Oh, okay, 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 okay.
Mm, that goodbye to adios.
Yeah, so goodbye
Translate thank you
in
to
Spanish.
gracias. Now translate please. So that means you are going to put more than one sense, more than one idea at a
Ex-
time.
Exactly. So let me see. Yeah. So more than one at a time. So let me see. Translate English to Spanish. English to Spanish. I just want to check and see. Translate English to
Okay.
Spanish. Now, translate
Okay.
English to Spanish. Okay, please. Okay. So I guess you just give it the idea like I always want you to translate English to Spanish. I see.
Mm,
The more relevant and diverse your examples are, the better the task for nuancing. Can you give me example prompts? What other topic should we ask? Prompts? Like an example they can show us? Is
let's say, can you give an example of multiple?
short prompts for what topic?
Multiple.
Huh?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You're on the right track.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. I guess I'm asking you, what topic do you think we should have it give us examples of?
Okay. Let's think of
Medical?
yes, yes. Uh-huh.
What about medical?
Let's say, uh, let's say, can you give example of multiple short form four? Uh-huh.
What's your prompt for hmm, learning for uh, let me see, because I'm trying to say that I can use as practice.
Mm.
Okay, great idea. To practice with multi-shot prompts, especially with specialized field like medicine, where precision and context are crucial. The key is to create several clear inputs pairs that show the AI exactly what you expect. Here are a few examples of multi-shot prompts you can use for practice, focusing on medical scenarios. Goals. So these are like when you have templates. So it's something I'm just saying like you copy and paste them, but then it has like one area that you change, and then you send it. Okay, I'm just thinking out loud. Go so practice example one and uh, okay, so NC.
Okay.
So let's see.
Example one.
Symptom to condition mapping. Goal. Get the AI to suggest
Mm,
possible medical conditions based on list of symptoms, mimicking a diagnostic thinking process. Multi-shot prompt. Based on the patient's record symptoms, suggest a possible medical condition. Example one,
example.
symptoms, fever,
Mm,
cough, shortness of breath, fatigue, possible conditions, influenza. Example two, sore throat, swollen glands, white peach, tonsils, possible condition, subthroat. So this is what like the person would type for the multi-shot prompt starting there. So first you tell them
okay.
the AI like based on the symptoms, this, do this, and then now it's given an example like this, an example of this, and this is another example you're giving. So you give like three examples. Let me see
Mm,
symptoms: joint pain, swelling, redness, sickness in the mornings, possible condition, rheumatoid arthritis. Now suggest a possible condition for these symptoms. Okay. Symptoms: severe headache, stiff neck, fever, sensitivity to light, possible condition.
mm. Now suggest a point condition for the symptoms. Symptoms. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that's what we paste. So what we're expecting is for it to give us the possible conditions for these different symptoms. This one, two, three, four symptoms. So
Symptoms. Possible conditions. Type.
yeah, because we already given examples
Okay.
of these other ones, so we're expecting to give us a
Okay.
condition for that.
Possible condition.
Meningitis. Oh, okay. Okay. So this. Okay. Hmm. So I guess when you regularly, huh? Multi-shot. I'm gonna have to learn more and look into it because that example, you see how it's different than the one that I thought that I
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like with me it's just
Mm-hmm.
like I have this and I just gave like instructions. So I'm thinking like it's based on instructions that I give. But this one
Mm,
is also based on instructions, but this one is a lot more focused on like I guess the formatting to like standardizing.
mm.
So I
Okay.
at least the one that the AI is giving us. So I mean, like I always say, it's always just at the end of the day, it's the outcome that you get that you're looking for that matters. But
Okay.
you know what I think when I'm looking at this? You know what it reminds me? You know how we just put this and it just give an answer? It looks like maybe a way the prompting. This I don't see us typing all this up whenever we want to answer for this, right?
Mm.
A normal person. Can you hear me, Abu? Abu,
I
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
I just want to what I understand is that I think you are when you are doing multiple prompting, you are going to give examples, example one, example two, example three. For example, for medical. So I think the AI is going to mimic those examples and give you one condition that relates to those three.
Hmm. What do you think my person?
That's why that's why we see when we use that example, it only gives us this one saying meningitis, possible condition, meningitis. That is for all these ones. Example one, example two, example three symptoms we put. So the possible disease that is related to those symptoms, it
Yeah.
gives us this one.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. But what I was looking at, okay, because in my mind I'm questioning, I'm like, why would I write all this out if just stepping back, if all I want to know is what is my condition for the symptom, right? Because another way I can write it is, what do you think, like, what are my possible conditions based
Mm-hmm.
on these symptoms? That's another way to just ask
Mm-hmm.
this question, right? Without putting all these
Mm-hmm.
examples.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking is, yes, we can do this to get an answer just based off of this. But I'm thinking maybe the reason for these type of prompting, the single shot, the multi shot, given the example, like multiple
Mm-hmm.
examples, even at least one example, right? I think it, to me, what it sounds like, it's more like the prompt that you would do on something that, like, when you're um, designing like a chatbot, you know? This is more, it looks like it's more somebody like who's a developer, like in the back end of an application. So, say if you're building like an application for a medical one where it's just the person, when the nurse puts the symptoms, it tells them the condition, you know, like a simple application like that.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it sounds like what this one is, like these very formal structure prompting. It sounds like the language that you would put to design that application, you know?
Okay.
So it's more of like what the coder would write. That's what it sounds like to me.
Okay.
Because it's
Mm-hmm.
very standard,
Mm-hmm.
like you're trying to train it to behave a certain way. And what the reason why I said that is
Mm-hmm.
because it sounds like, and that's something that you can do on, you know, the Google AI Studio. I haven't looked deep into it yet, like because it's more of like what I'm like the example that what I just talked about, how this prompt here is just very long. So why do I need all that to ask this? But it sounds, but I think what it is, I think it goes into something more like the Google AI Studio where you're creating the chatbot, you know, that would give you answer for what symptoms, what the condition is. But I haven't gone in here to really learn how to build that, you know. Because on this chatbot, I think there's a way you can. It's like this is more like when you're building. Like I can use it to like test and chat, but you can also build a tool, the AI tool itself. That's why they have this thing with the API key. It's free too, but I just don't know how to even show you. Let me see. Build
Okay.
build apps with Gemini. You see, it's like more of the building one. So I think that all that coding, this is more of like a code, but it's not like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a code like, you know, the language coding, but you're writing a code that goes into
Mm-hmm.
building something that would, if the nurse types the symptoms, it tells you automatically, you know.
Okay.
That's what I
Okay.
think. Because I'm like,
Okay.
why is it so long? I could just type this right
Mm-hmm.
now and just ask it, you know, tell me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this
Mm-hmm.
is more
Mm-hmm.
for this. You see how here say build apps with Gemini, you can do all this. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's for something more like this, or in this chatbot, you can also system instructions here for the chat part. I think it's something that could go here. I don't know exactly, maybe a different thing to have to write, but I think it's something that if you put it in the system instruction, it could be a way like when somebody types down what like their symptom is, it gives them the answer, you know, of what the condition is. I think it's just something that is more deeper than just the chatbot, you know, just like I mean ChatGPT
Mm-hmm.
or Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
So this is somebody
Mm-hmm.
who wants to build like I mean look at this here, you can build apps. So I don't even know.
Okay.
I know somebody in Sierra Leone there is definitely going to be like, well, let me come look at an app to build, you know, so
Okay.
for free. So that's why, because I'm just thinking, I'm like, why is it so different than my understanding? You know, for me, I'm not a developer or coder. I understand their language, but I don't know how to speak it. You know?
Mm.
Yeah. So,
Sure.
so it's okay. So it's good. Okay. So when we say single shot, so I have to look deeper to now understand. Okay, do we have a different language for the casual, the non, you know, zero shot? Like my thought of it, is there a different language for it? But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's about the outcome. I keep saying that it's what
Yeah.
do I want it to
Yes.
do? If it does what I want it to do, that's what matters.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
language,
Sure.
we can always, you know, change the language. If, when they create the textbooks, we can change the language.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I just, so this is what I thought it were. Okay, so that was a good exploration. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely find a way to organize these and figure out which platform to share. Maybe I'll create a Google Drive to put all the documents so it's one place to go and see
Yeah.
all these different
Mm,
documents, like this one that
mhm,
we walked through.
mhm.
But the video to this I recorded, so I upload it to YouTube. That way you can get access to it. Ah.
Okay, no, no problem.
Do you have any other
No
questions?
problem.
We went through the whole prompting thing. Anything you want to try out for the
No,
prompting?
man. No, man. Just this for today.
Okay. All right. This is perfect. This is amazing. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
Of course. So go talk. Go talk to the people and let me know what's up.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
and I
do that.
will set the because I definitely need to set the times that I want to do the classes for next week. I'll set them, but in the
Okay.
meantime, we have WhatsApp. We can chat.
Okay. No problem. No problem.
Thank you so much. Thank you for asking the question, so I have something to talk about.
Thank you too.
All right, well, that's it.
Thank you too. Okay. Bye bye.
All right, bye.